This is Kieran Reese, otherwise known as the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, the O.C.G, and I'm playing Far Cry 6. I mean to go through this one for a while. Libertad. Oh, you ever pop your fingers and it just feels like almost like a borderline sexual thing? Whew, that was fucking amazing.
Press cross button to start.
I didn't really do anything and I stopped, but now I'm coming back. Yaren is an island in the heart of the Caribbean. In 1967, a guerrilla-led revolution led to a crippling blockade. Frozen time for 47 years, the island collapsed into poverty. Until a new leader was elected with a cure to rebuild paradise, El Presidente of Yara, Anton Castillo.
My true Yarans, I stand before you armed with truth. For too long, our country was stolen by politicians. But you elected a vision, a cure, a road to paradise. Viviro, created by our own brilliant scientists. The most effective treatment for cancer the world has ever seen. Grown within our precious tobacco. Modified with the purest fertilizer, Viviro is the key to rebuild paradise. But our paradise comes at a cost. This our enemies will never understand. Yara did not elect me to do what's easy, but to do what's right. And so, with renewed focus, I must extend the draft to paradise. True Yarans from across our island, chosen to produce enough Viviro to heal the world and save our country. These lucky Yarans will be chosen by random lottery.
Even my own son Diego will be drafted tomorrow.
Hey, Danny.
And like a true Yaran, he
Turn that shit off.
with a smile on his face.
Precisamente. Exactly what Castillo wants.
Enough politics, Lita.
You think the draft is only taking true Yarans? It's the outcasts, the poor, orphans like us. He's bringing slavery back from the dead. In Yara! You can't run from this.
Hang on. You ditched us. Ran off to the jungle with a bunch of guerrillas.
Libertad.
Now you're back here to recruit for Clara Garcia's local crusade? Come on, this is our big goodbye. Danny, fucking say something. They got my name wrong.
Danny, you could help Libertad. You're trained.
Would have been career military if you weren't such a fuck-up. Just come with us, Lita.
Aye. You never fucking listen, Danny.
Hey, time to go. Boss waiting. Drinks in Mexico. Dinner in Miami. Coño! Fucking blackouts.
Too big for a blackout.
You fucking blackout? Oh yeah! What's going on?
Draftees must report for duty. You will join us to rebuild paradise.
What the fuck?
Draftees must report for duty. You will join us
Go.
to rebuild
All of us.
paradise.
Alejo, don't!
Draftees must report
Alejo,
for duty.
get down!
You will join us to rebuild paradise.
Alejo!
Draftees must report for duty. You will join
Danny,
us to rebuild paradise.
we have to go. Now!
The boat.
Draftees must report for
You're coming.
duty. You will join
Promise
us to
me,
rebuild
Lita.
paradise.
See. Come on, Danny.
Stay close, Lita. We have to get to the boat.
Okay, Danny.
When we get to Miami.
We'll say goodbye to Alejo. I promise.
Go. Get down.
Shit! I told you. There's nobody here.
I absolutely love the art style and look of this game.
Next asshole who opens the door is Daniel Rojas. Come on. FND, get out here!
This way.
Okay, okay. I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. What the fuck? Come on. I have a family. Wait. Don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot.
Gotta move.
We need to get across that square.
They're going to see us.
Trust me.
That's a lot of soldiers, Lita.
So we take the source.
Hitting your lost on it too.
Where the fuck are you taking me?
I love this aesthetic. Far Cry has never been a bad-looking game series. It's never been a bad-looking game. But there's just something special about the look and feel of this one.
Yeah, from when we were kids. This is so fucked. Shit. Go on. So much blood. Get down on the ground!
Almost there. The way out is up ahead.
Good. That boat's not going to wait for us. Shit. Dead end. Stay with me, Lita. Shit. Lita, zipline. Just like fucking Luca.
You okay?
Sorry. I wasn't here. Letting the military kill us?
These are the police, Danny.
Go. Hold on. Photo mode.
La noche de la muerte. The boat's over there! Run! Keep moving, Lita. We're almost there.
Please, we have to get on that boat.
Abuela, what the hell I'm gonna do with baseball cards?
Do you have any idea what these are worth? Let us through. Mierda!
Marco, always making new friends. Danny, you're late. Where's Alejo? Give up his ticket. For his family. Bullshit. Alejo's an orphan. Alejo's not going anywhere anymore. Come on, Marco. Let them on. Vamos. Good man. Get on the boxing gown! Gracias. Don't worry about it, Chamaco.
Here. That's all I've got.
This isn't right, Danny. We should be fighting, not running to the Yankees.
Alejo gave you a fucking gift, Lita. We survive. Same as the orphanage, same as the academy.
What's that?
Please, no, this is a fishing boat. Dios mío, no!
Before he was El Presidente, mi papa loved to fish. We would go out on a boat, just like this, and we would catch the fish, and then release them. He would say, it's not always about your stomach, mijo. It's about the challenge. Except when he caught a big, fat, juicy marlin, he was too proud to let that fish go.
Si Tirano! You have poisoned Yara! You have poisoned your soul!
I have caught a very big fish today. Haven't I, Diego? Diego!
No way.
I have caught you, mijo. Now it's time to bring you home.
I don't want this anymore, Papa.
We have no choice.
Let them go. They can work. Make Viviro.
Truth or lies?
Truth.
They could be good workers. They could help rebuild paradise. But if you wanted them to live, you would have never set foot on this fucking boat. 13 years old. And Diego has such compassion for his people. These fish, we will catch and release.
What the hell just happened?
I think we're fucked.
¡Vamos, vamos!
Fuck.
Lita.
I can't feel my legs.
Fuck. This is all my fault.
My phone.
Forget it, Lita.
My phone. This is the beach, Danny. It's fucking fate.
What?
She's hiding here. Clara. Libertad. Julio. Fuck. Julio. It's all here. Take my phone. Follow the code like when we were kids.
Stop it, Lita. Just wait. I'll find help.
No! You give her this. Clara will help you. Don't you get it? You're the lucky one, Danny. You're the lucky one.
Lo siento, Lita.
I love how they finally brought back a player character that was actually a part of the game and actually had third-person cutscenes. I feel like that was a really big step up. Far Cry 3, they had a very vocal character. You didn't see him, but you heard him. But people didn't like him. So in Far Cry 4, they had a character who didn't really talk that much. And then in Far Cry 5, they had a totally silent protagonist. And I didn't like that. I like vocal characters in games. I'm not a big fan of the silent protagonist. So I was really happy they brought a character back. And oh my god, I love the art style of this game.
So many dead. Coño. I should look for supplies and get the fuck out of here. Shit. Pistol's empty. Need to find that gun.
Oh my god, I love the art style in this game, dude. And it runs at a faultless fucking 60 FPS, man. Are you not gonna... fuck, give me a second. Here we go.
How the fuck is it still working? The markings must be the gold Lita was talking about.
I tried playing this game before. I had it on Xbox, and it was great on Xbox. I had Series X, I should say. The problem was a couple things. One, I wasn't in the right headspace to play it. That's a problem. Two, it was buggy. It wasn't like Assassin's Creed Valhalla buggy or Unity, where it was like fucking broken at launch. But it definitely was buggy enough that it hindered my enjoyment, especially the main story. I remember getting broken because I did this one quest with a horse, and my ally wouldn't follow me like 5 fucking times in a row, broke it, and I couldn't finish the mission. And I just said, fuck this, and I gave up on the main story, and then dicked around the side quest, and I decided no. So the game overall had a lack of polish, and then the main story really did. But I was told by a lot of people the main story in this game is fucking great. They're like, oh man, you should have powered through because it's a little bit buggy. But the main story in this game is fucking amazing. My dad, who is usually very reserved, is like, this main story is fucking awesome. And I'm like, okay. That's fair. And then I've heard they've patched the shit out of this. I've heard they've made it so much better, and they've added all kinds of quality of life tweaks. So partially out of regret for not doing the story because I've heard it was amazing, partially because they've really patched it and made it stable now, and partially because they've added all this quality of life, I decided to go through it again on PS5. And also because when I streamed it on Xbox, my mic wasn't working. So I'm doing a good chunk of the game, what I could do the game, with no mic and no camera. So nobody wanted to watch the stream. Now I'm actually streaming with a camera and a mic and all that. So it's a chance to do it right.
Shit, I'm shooting. Better stay quiet. Go on
I
now.
can smell it on your
Control.
clothes. Your sweat. It's the stink of a traitor. All rotten on the inside. How did I know you were scavenging for Libertad? I smelled it on you. That's why you died. Now, I'm going to call this in. You?
I'm I'm not the only one looking for Clara. What's this? Could be useful. Get to Libertad, steal a boat, sell the fuck out of Yara. Easy. And now I'm talking to myself. Perfecto. Oh, fuck. Bad time to be a guerrilla. Been a while since I used one of these. Clara doesn't want visitors. Gonna show your face before you shoot me? I'm Danny, a friend of Lita. Silencio.
You are the only survivor? Answer me. I said, are you the only survivor?
Si.
Lucky.
Lita knew the risks.
That's all you have to say?
You're here. That's what matters.
Just a second, hermana. I'm getting the hell out of Yara.
But you're in my camp.
I need a place to stay. A few days.
Libertad's no charity, hermano.
Lita said you would help.
Lita also said you weren't a pussy.
Come mierda!
You're an orphan, see? Funny how friends can be closer than family. Remember, Danny, Castillo has kept you an orphan. Why do you want to run?
I watched Castillo order a whole boat of our people shot to death. Get as far away as you can from that psychopath. All of you.
When tyranny is law, revolution is order.
Quoting Bolivar won't save you.
It's Pedro Albizu.
Gonna save Yara with library cards?
I have a list. Free elections, free expression, free the outcasts. Ayara free of Castillos. Simple.
Thank you for watching. I appreciate you.
Simple. Castillo's got what? 300,000 troops? I count 6 burnt-out guerrillas, and you, with a bullet to the leg.
You don't believe me? I'll show you.
Thank you for watching. I appreciate you.
We launched an attack from our base to this island. It was a basic operation. Hit a Viviro tobacco plantation, snatch some fuel, and go home. But Castillo's forces were waiting. Got us down from 60 to 6.
You need to get back to your base.
Yes, but this island is surrounded by a blockade. We don't have boats, we don't have much gear. And we are not leaving until that Viviro plantation goes up in smoke. But we are guerrillas. We know this land inside out. You're already familiar with our guerrilla paths. They were built by the legends in 67. They're spread like a web across all of Yara. Now, they're ours. Guerrilla paths are good to ambush soldados or to hide if the army is on your back. They have caches that will help you survive.
And all this is legit? This map is old as hell.
Made for turistas. Yeah, it's out of date, but you got the regions, municipalities, and landmarks of Yara. You'll get used to it. Now I need to call in some favors with the locals to get us a boat, and you need to go find me Juan Cortez.
Who?
Someone who can make one guerrilla fight like 1,000.
You know I'm not a guerrilla, right? You tell Lita then?
I'll give you food, a bed, even a goddamn boat to sail to the Yankees. But it's gonna cost you bullets and blood. You can shoot, so shoot. Settle in, and let me know when you want to pay your rent. You ready? I attacked this archipelago with a man. Get down to that village and bring me Cortez. I hope for your sake he's sober.
I really love the art style of this game. I really do.
Danny, how's the earpiece? Can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear. This spy shit works, Clara. I'll give you that.
Bien. Keep your gun holstered if you want to stay out of trouble, especially in areas with a lot of soldados.
See, I got it.
A smart guerrilla picks their battles. Suerte.
We're looking for a man named Juan Cortez.
That looks like a Juan.
Today we drink in the worst fucking cantina in Yara. Or is it Colombia? Kirat, Chechnya. Leave the bottle. Let's work for you.
De nada.
Guapo, you listen. Rule 16. A guerrillero's revolution never ends. Always another war, another cantina, another ugly bartender.
Juan Cortez.
What do you think gave it away, Guapo?
Guapo.
This isn't a fucking zoo, abuelo. Clara sent me to find you.
See, I learned long ago never to doubt her. You will too. Hey, I know you.
Don't think so.
Yeah, I know you. It's like I'm looking at a mirror, Guapo.
What are you talking about?
Those eyes, guerrilla. You got a taste. You convince yourself you're a hero, but you wake up a junkie, just like Juan Cortez.
This is a fucking waste of time.
Can you whistle?
What?
Nah, you can't whistle.
A la pinga!
You fucking rat.
You're worth more dead anyway. What the fuck?
See, Guapo is in love with you, and I ruined the only copy of my book. Bueno, mis socios, vámonos. Once again, we have outstayed our welcome.
Uh.
Lower.
Shit.
Okay, we're good. Let's get the hell out of here before the whole fucking army shows up. I'm drunk, but I'm not that drunk.
Right behind you, old man.
Death can fucking wait. Guapo wants to be your friend. Or maybe he just needs to take a dump.
Only one way to find out. Guapo.
Come on, let's get the fuck out of here. I can tell you handled a gun before. What's your name?
Danny. So Clara says you're a legend. Ex-KGB, ex-CIA.
I got more fucking X's than your porn search history. Some men, they break eggs for breakfast. But Juan Cortez, he breaks fucking countries. Hold up. New plan, Danny. Vamos.
The plan is to go back to Clara's camp. Where the hell are we going now?
See that smoke? That means the watchtower just got a supply drop with some of the rarest materials you'll find in Yara. And you are going to go get it.
Now you want me to steal shit for you?
Gunpowder and Supremo Bomb. The cerveza and chaser of Resolver. I'm gonna teach you to...
At least you're here to help, Guapo. Guapo, now! Guess this could be useful. More shit for Juan.
It is with a heavy heart that I share this news.
This is more like it.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Found all your shit, Juan.
Good work, Danny. Now hurry up already. We need to get back to Clara's camp.
That's what I've been saying.
Okay, we got more than enough. Let's get the fuck out of here.
So what's with all this junk? You building something?
Patience, Danny. Rule number 8. A guerrilla knows how to wait. Like a spider or a serial killer. So, how did you get to this godforsaken hellhole?
I was on a refugee ship. We didn't get far.
Yeah. And I came here in a chopper in our baby invasion of Santuario. Shot straight out of the goddamn sky. No, I mean, what's your story?
The orphanage in Esperanza. Then the military. I'm no guerrilla, just helping Clara out until she gets me off this island.
Rule 20. Once a guerrilla, always a guerrilla.
Enough with that shit.
Too late. The horse is out of the barn, and now the fucking cocaine is all over the kids, Danny. There is no other option.
America is my option.
Of course. And you think Americans want your Yaran blood? The American dream is for Americans, Danny.
You don't quit, do you?
Nope. Guapo hates quitters.
Coño. If you two are so close, why is he following me?
Guapo goes with those who need him most. Like those therapy dogs in your precious America. You can trust Guapo with your life.
Yeah. Not sure I'm there yet.
You got time.
You said your chopper was shot down in the invasion. Can you fix it?
So I can fly you to the Yankees?
No, that's...
It's grounded, but I'm working on it. Patience, Danny. Now it's time for Juan Cortez to show you how to make something out of nothing. Did I ever tell you rule number 9?
You just did.
Always use the right tool for the right job. Words to live by.
Okay.
How many others?
The legend returns.
The legend needs to piss, Jefa.
Who's she?
She was a journalist who dared call Anton fascista. Now she's an outcast, a slave for his paradise. And she's not the only one, Danny.
Time you learn about resolver, Danny.
When I was 6, I rigged my first bike with a chainsaw motor. The blockade means I have to resolver every day, Juan.
Nah, that's survival. For a guerrilla, resolver isn't just making do with what you have. It's inflicting chaos with everything you got.
Keep talking.
A guerrilla's best weapon. Let's take a crack at those weapons. No offense, but your battle rifle is a little basic. Let's fix that. Rule number 9. Always use the right tool for the right job. In this case, it's gunpowder. Sometimes I lie awake at night asking... Excellent, Danny. Now you can pop enemy flesh like a ripe watermelon. Okay? Let's look at your other rifle. Let's say your target remembered to wear their helmet and vest today. You're gonna need some armor piercing. These rounds fly nice. Now you got your own supply of high-velocity war crimes. Let's look at your attachments. Time to make your very first suppressor. This will turn a bang. See how easy that was? Now you can silently headshot your enemies like a real asshole. The workbench is your friend, Danny. A friend with benefits. It's the workbench. Go ahead, Danny. Get cozy with it.
Damn. Making shit is addictive.
With that workbench, you can build a new Yara.
One of a kind.
Feel like taking Guapo for a... Danny, I've got big plans for you. Easy as smoking a cigar on Sunday.
Keep
walking.
Come on. Shit. I haven't ridden a horse since basic training.
I think it just killed someone.
Daddy, some tyranny 101. Checkpoints lock down the movement of people across Yara, and will shred your tires with goddamn road spikes. Well, unless you got a horse.
See, I've been through enough of them in Esperanza.
Clear the checkpoints, destroy the billboards, then watch Libertad rise from the ashes.
Shit. Checkpoint. Bet this place has a stash room. Juan, the checkpoint is clear.
Didn't that feel good? You've earned some guerrilla karma today. Keep it up, Daddy.
I gotta take this.
Holy shit! Who do you think you are?
Hello.
Hey. Sorry, guapo. No crocs allowed.
Get out of here!
Uh.
Juan, I found the tower.
Don't stop now, Danny. Find the guerrilla path and follow it to my contact.
See, I'm on my way.
Juan described you pretty well. My name is Raisa, and I'm going to be helping you steal shit from Castillo today.
Are you going to tell me what I'm stealing?
Depleted uranium.
Pardon. I thought you just said uranium.
You heard me. Look, all I know is I burned my last contact in the army tracking it down for Juan.
You ex-military?
Isn't everybody?
Okay. Just show me where it is.
First, you take this parachute. Trust me, it can save your life. Now I'll take you to the old Spanish fort. They've got it locked up inside. Conscript or volunteer? What's the problem? Don't waste my time. Okay, stay close. Conscript or volunteer?
Conscript. My number came up, so I did my time. You?
Volunteer. All I wanted to be was a soldier. You know, wear the uniform, serve my country. Found out the only kind of soldier Castillo wants is a blind fascist addicted to his every word.
So now you're a traitor.
Yeah, and I'm not the only one. What's the problem? Okay, stay close. Yeah, and I'm not the only one. There's a guard posted at the watchtower ahead. He's going to let us use it to scout out the fort. He can also give us useful info.
What does he want from us?
One, not to get his ass shot. So keep your gun holstered or he'll open fire. Two, a little bribe to these double agents will get us military intel.
Right. No weapons. Pesos ready.
There he is. Hope you got some pesos on you.
You got something for me?
Okay, check this out. Here's where you can find some weapons around here.
Thanks a lot. Everyone's got their price.
Not every soldier's a fanatic. Some are just trying to feed their families. Just remember to put the guns away before you approach them. Use your phone to scout out enemy soldiers and see their weaknesses. I bet Juan's already giving you his right tool for the right job talk. Hey.
There's the officer in charge.
Alvarez has the key to the armory. Careful, Danny. He's higher rank. In Castillo's army, that...
Damn it.
That means he's better trained, quicker with the trigger, and a tough motherfucker. This fort is the most protected base on the island. These soldiers have been issued with body armor and helmets. Nothing armor-piercing rounds can't handle. Use the workbench if you need to craft some, and then go snatch that uranium down. That parachute I gave you come in handy. Just don't drop into the needle.
Man, I absolutely fucking love the aesthetic in this game.
Got to be careful here.
Someone's out there, I know it.
There we go.
Found the armory. The uranium is inside. Locked. Going to need a key. Don't need more soldiers here.
My two Yarans, learn these names. Clara Garcia, Juan Cortez, Libertad. These are our enemies. They are not people.
The key. This should get me Juan's uranium.
It is your duty to inform your local protectores de la patria if you have any information leading to their whereabouts. Paradise will be ours, but only
uranium.
Juan, you didn't fucking tell me I was stealing uranium.
It was supposed to be a surprise. Now bring it back to me.
What if this shit kills me?
It's depleted uranium, Danny. Stop being such a pussy.
Damn, there's a gun here. I want to. There's a gun here. Okay. Hold on a second. Just give me a minute. I'll be right back. Okay. I was kind of hoping there would be a boat here. Is there a boat? I don't know. Ah, fucking. Stupid door. Oh, sweet. Hell yeah.
Felicidades.
Oh shit. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sidekick you into oblivion. I'm sorry.
Be nice, horse.
Yeah.
Danny, you got the uranium?
See. Still want to know what he's going to do with it.
If I know Juan, you're about to get a fucked up surprise. See you back at camp.
Easy now.
Vamos, vamos.
Easy.
Okay.
But they were out of oranges. Tomatoes too.
Aye. Stay strong.
Nothing.
Relax, mi día.
What?
Oh, hey, man, how's it going?
Oye, Juan.
This is Resolver, Danny. Depleted uranium. Soviets left these sexy byproducts of nuclear enrichment behind in the 80s. Yankees use it for tank armor and bullets. Crazy assholes.
Yeah, man.
Sounds dangerous.
You'll be a fucking superhero, Danny.
Lita and I used to sneak these into the orphanage.
I'm excited for it.
Essential reading while waiting to fuck up convoys in the mud. A guerrilla must be a sponge for inspiration.
Okay. But what the hell is this?
Just 1 second. I'm trying to watch this cutscene and I'll give you my thoughts on it.
Looks like a rocket launcher.
See? She does that too. One more thing. I want you to meet Tostador. The two go together like fire and fury.
I like how you resolver, Juan.
So do I.
Okay, now that it wouldn't let me pause cutscene. I hate it when games do that, but oh well. Yes, I've seen The Last of Us leaks. Actually, that's not true. There's a lot new being added. Hold on. Let me see what you're saying fully. The leaks were misleading. There's actually a lot more new being added than you think. Let me read. So, there is no dodge from Last of Us 2 or prone. And the levels are roughly the same size that we know of. So, if you're hoping that they would redo the levels to be much bigger, unfortunately that's not the case. They never said they would, we hoped. But there is a lot more that they're doing than what you might think. They released an official video after those leaks. They were going to save it, but the leaks made them do it right away. All of the animations have been redone. All of them. Except for story cutscenes. The punching, the running, the climbing, everything that wasn't in a story cutscene because they wanted to keep those original performances has been completely redone. There's even a video you can watch on YouTube showing that they don't use any of the same animations, even for NPCs. So that right there changes it. The AI for the enemies and the allies has been completely redone. Brand new AI. In the original game, the AI didn't know how to properly hide for your buddies. So they would always like run on the way of enemies and the game just pretended they didn't exist. Now they can actually see where enemies are coming and hide and move away from them. Gunplay has been completely changed. It's now like The Last of Us 2. That they confirmed. They're using the gun handling and the gun physics from the sequel. Please do my ass. Do my ass. This way. 4, they're including the gun upgrading system from The Last of Us 2. And that when you go to upgrade the guns, you put it on a table, you see the upgrades being applied, and then every upgrade changes the look of the gun. In the original Last of Us, when you upgraded damage for the shotgun, it was an invisible stat. Now you see him put a fucking bore on the end to narrow spread and increase damage. So, they're not reinventing the gameplay from the ground up. They're not making this a totally different game. But they're redoing the animations, all of them. They're redoing the gunplay to be like the second game. They're redoing the AI, and they're adding new weapons. By the way, I mean, to each their own. It's a remake. They're actually going through a lot more effort than a lot of other remakes do. For me, it's easily worth it. I'm gonna pre-order it. It's a day one purchase for me. Excuse me. I mean, you're fine to have your opinion. I respect your opinion. But it's worth it for me. It's already one of my favorite games. I play through it every year. Sometimes twice a year, I'll go through the whole game. I played it like 15 times. Like, not kidding. I've beaten The Last of Us like 15 times. Oh, I'm drinking myself. So if you give me that with modern graphics, modern gameplay, I'm good. And like I said, there's more to it than you think.
Hey. Supremos are like a good logla. Or a great sandwich.
Are you just hungry, Juan?
Yes, but I'm talking about layers, Danny. Head to the workbench and I'll show you.
Excuse me.
Supremos aren't just simple. Let's take a look at that Supremo. The special ingredient that makes this all happen. Pick a gadget, Danny. This is a safe space. There's no wrong answer here.
I have to wait to get that. But yeah, like I said, man, you know, it's up to you. It's worth what it's worth to you. For me, it's worth it. Well, that's fair.
Now go talk to Clara. Time to put that
You have to understand, Naughty Dog didn't really decide the price, for one, and for two, they're spending a lot of money on this, a lot more money than you might think. They are not sparing any budget for this game. Like, they're not like, I mean, this game is expensive as shit to make. They put top of the line graphics. I mean, I think somewhere like $100 million they spent on this game. I mean, we're talking fuck you money. Sweet, rank up.
Why are you feeding that fucking thing?
Good, you're here. I don't need to tell you that Viviro is the lifeblood of Castillo's regime. Hit that slave camp hard. Suerte.
Yeah, but do you?
But what I meant to say, what I was trying to say earlier, is that Sony spent a fuck ton of money on this game. You may think it's just graphics, but they spared no expense with the graphics. So, this remake costs more to make than most games do. So in Sony's mind,
Time for a test drive of that Supremo.
okay, let me see it. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with it. I just, it's gonna be Last of Us but better.
Now, if things get too heavy with the soldados, just pull the trigger. But one tiny, tiny thing you should know.
Uh-huh.
The Supremos are in an experimental phase. They need time to breathe after you use them. You know, so they don't overload and kill you.
Could have told me before I strap one to my back.
Just let that Supremo feed off the blood of your enemies.
What?
You'll get it, Danny. You'll get it.
I mean, it's a complicated argument, but basically, man, there's no such thing as a game that needs to be remade. Anytime somebody remakes a game, it's just like icing on the cake. And it's something I've noticed is kind of the hypocrisy. Like, tons of games have gotten the remake treatment just like this game, and people were fine with those, but they're not fine with this because it's The Last of Us. Like, the Demon's Souls remake, that was $70. That changed the graphics and the animations and left most of the gameplay alone. People were fine with that. People loved that. People gave that game great reviews. And I could be like, well, they didn't need to remake Demon's Souls. People loved it. I loved it. They're doing the fucking Dead Space remake in 3 months, or about 4 or 5 months. It's January of 2023 they're doing the Dead Space remake. It's changing some stuff, but it's keeping the gameplay mostly the same, update the graphics. Shadow of the Colossus remake. Another thing that really gets on my nerves and upsets me is people comparing it to Final Fantasy VII Remake. I don't even want to call Final Fantasy VII Remake a fucking remake. That's like a bad word to use for that, okay? That's like a fucking reimagining. That's like we're gonna do whatever the fuck we want to do. I'm actually not that happy with the Final Fantasy VII Remake, okay? If you... if you were like, oh, they don't change enough in the Last of Us remake, I could say Final Fantasy VII remake is like the opposite. They changed too much. They're not even beholden to the old canon anymore. Like, what are they doing? Oh, man. Yeah. Well, let me tell you. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna break it down for you in a way that you can understand, even if you never played the game. The original game, super duper classic. People love Final Fantasy VII. Considered to be one of the classic landmark games in gaming history. Important piece of gaming history. It's what helped make Sony Sony. It's what helped sell the original PlayStation. It created a fucking boom of JRPGs. Everybody wanted to have their own JRPG. Like, it's one of the reasons why Japanese role-playing games took off like they did. You know how everyone's like, Halo killer, Grand Theft Auto killer? Back then it was Final Fantasy VII killer. Well, the Final Fantasy VII Remake was described as being a modernized remake, but one that would still stay faithful to the overall story. You know, we're making the combat real time, we're updating the story, but we're going to stay truthful. You know, we're making the story bigger, but we're going to stay truthful. Okay, first of all, they took the opening sequence of 7, which was like 5 hours tops, and made it into a 40-hour game. Second of all, at the end of the game, not even really spoilers, but at the end of the game, they kind of do this thing where they basically tell you that this remake is aware of the events of the old game, and they're breaking canon. They acknowledge the events of the original game, and then say, we broke the chains of fate, we're not going to repeat them. So that is basically Square Enix saying, we are not going to pay attention to the original canon. We're going to do whatever the fuck. We're not bound by, well, this happened in the original, so it has to happen now. And then, right after they do that, right after like, oh, we're going to do whatever we want to, they retcon a really big event in 7. Like part of what made 7 7. Okay? So it's not even, I wouldn't even say it's right to call that a remake. Like that's firmly in reimagining territory, because they just say we're going to do whatever the fuck we want to with the story, and we're not going to pay attention to the original game, and we're going to take what was a 5-hour introduction and make it its own game. So, and they said when they sold it that it was a faithful remake, and it really wasn't. Fuck. Oh well, I don't care. I'm right there. Okay, so they changed that remake to the point where it's almost not even a fucking the same game anymore. I really love the look and feel of this game. The aesthetic is really pleasing. So, you know, like I said, The Last of Us, you can change too much, you can not change enough. I'm just saying, like, it's kind of the hypocrisy. That's the only thing that gets me, is people being like, oh, you know, this game doesn't need a remake, but this other game that got the same treatment is totally fine, even if it's, like, literally the same fucking situation. Well, they didn't change enough of the gameplay. Well, they didn't change the gameplay of Demon's Souls. Well, that one was okay. What's the difference? Or, like, well, Last of Us got remastered. Yeah, well, Shadow of the Colossus got remastered. And then it got remade. And it actually got remade sooner than Last of Us did. So, but people bought the Shadow of the Colossus remake in fucking droves. I mean, that's fair. Honestly, the problem for me is not necessarily that people don't like it, right? You are allowed to like and say whatever the fuck, okay? You like what you like, I'll like what I like, okay? But it's getting on my nerves lately because people are being fucking obnoxious about it. Especially on the internet. I know, right? The internet. They're like, they can't just say, well, I'm not a fan, or I am a fan. Anytime I see anyone on the internet, on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube, showing positivity for the remake, just something simple saying, I'm excited for this. You know, like the most, like, nice thing you could ever say? I'm just excited for this. Somebody comes into the comments and says, well, you're a fucking piece of shit for liking this game, and you're going to encourage you to do this more, and you're a sheep, and you're a Sony bootlicker. You're a pony. To people like, anytime somebody tries to mention it, they just jump in the chat and just try to beat the enthusiasm out of it. It's like, okay, dude, if you don't like it, Just go. Like, why are you hassling people that do like it? That's what I find to be fucking insufferable, dude. If you don't like it, that's fine. But you're being a dick to people that do. Like, just say, agree to disagree, and move on. I like The Last of Us. I'm gonna buy the remake day one. I'm gonna have that shit preloaded, and on midnight, I'm gonna be playing that motherfucker. Okay? Now you and other people don't like it or don't think it's worth the money. And you know what? That's okay. I'm not gonna come and hassle you and say, well, you're a piece of shit for thinking the game is not worth it. Like, people are insane sometimes, man. It's a fucking game. If you don't like it, cool. Just don't piss on other people that do. Like, it's... Oh, man. It gets on my nerves. Like, people just trying to have a fun time and be excited, and then somebody whips out their dick and pisses all over them, shits on their parade. It's really, really sad. I'm excited for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Listen, I'm not going to bullshit you. I wanted to do this alone, but Clara gave me an order.
I can handle myself.
Don't give a shit. So could Lita. She should be here right now, but instead, I get you.
And I'm supposed to be in Miami. But instead, my two best friends are dead, and I'm stuck here with you.
Yeah.
Truce?
Enough talk. Step 1, we hit the tobacco. Step
I agree.
2, we destroy their poison supply. Step 3, we get the fuck out of there, and Castillo gets a nice, pretty message from Libertad.
Got it.
Take this gear. It'll protect you from fire, and more importantly, Castillo's fucking poison.
Oh yeah, and they're also adding permadeath to Last of Us 1. So that should be fun. Oh, I have to equip the mitts, okay. And you know what, man? I want to know why people slept on this game. I constantly heard people bagging on this game, shit-talking Far Cry 6. This is a good fucking game. This might be the best Far Cry game ever. I mean, I don't know why people were shitting on Far Cry 6. I don't know why people shit on Ubisoft in general. I like Ubisoft. But 6 is great. Like, the gunplay is great. The map is fucking beautiful. Graphically, it looks good. It runs super good. It runs at like nearly 4K at 60 FPS, so it looks and runs beautifully. There's lots of destruction, like fucking Giancarlo Esposito's the bad guy. Like, people sleep on this game. This game is just low-key awesome, and I absolutely love the aesthetic of this game, the art style.
Right tool for the right job.
This might be my favorite Far Cry game.
Listen, Julio.
This game is fucking great.
Sister to me.
She shouldn't have been on that fucking boat. She died because of you, Ross.
No. Anton Castillo killed Lita. If I could change anything, it would be me dying on that beach. Lita was a better person than I could ever be. And if she loved you, well, that just says a lot about who you are.
Enough. Look, if you and I are going to do this, you need to know about the poison.
You mean
I mean, this game is fucking gorgeous. It has the right technical benefits, the right art style. It's just awesome.
But we call it the poison. Shit. Okay. Its real name is PG-240.
It's got a huge map. I like... Yeah, Far Cry 6 is really good. Oh, man, have you played the Dead Space games before?
But we call it the poison because it fucked up your system. Try not to breathe it or get it on your skin. It can make you go fucking crazy or sick, like deep down sick. And if that doesn't get you, the cancer that grows inside you will.
Coño.
So you're military. Marksman? Close assault? What's your thing?
I'm good with guns. We get along.
We'll start thinking. That gear I gave you is good for fire and poison, but guerrillas need gear that fits their style, no matter the situation, or they get themselves killed. This is a good place to scout in.
Right behind you.
Let's see what?
I love this. I love this game's art style so much. It's very pretty.
Okay, let's see what we're up against.
I was gonna say, you're in for a treat, dude. The leaping quality between Dead Space 1 and 2 is amazing. Dead Space 2 is so much fucking better. It's honestly hard to even put into words. Like, Dead Space 2 is such a huge leap.
See the Viviro tobacco and the yellow poison tanks?
See.
Punch holes in the tanks to let the poison out into the air. Fun fact, poison and fire make a hell of a mix. Big boom. Same idea with the fumigators. They're hard to kill, but they can't take the heat. You've got a flamethrower. You've got that Supremo. Time to fuck up all this Viviro bullshit.
I will say, one thing I'm very glad about, I don't know if you've kept up to date with the Dead Space remake discussion, but they've confirmed that they've redone the story so that Isaac will be talking in Dead Space 1, and they brought back the voice actor from 2 and 3. So the guy who originally played Desmond. Not Desmond. I meant to say Isaac. They brought back the guy who originally played Isaac to play him in the original game. He's going to talk now. So, I am a big fan of that, and I'm kind of interested to see how that changes the story.
You know, Lita and I had a ritual. Psych us up before battle. Song.
Hit me.
El movimiento de libertad. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao. Bella ciao, ciao, ciao.
For Lita.
For Lita.
I mean,
make some chaos, Danny.
They said that he's not going to talk all the time. They just said he's going to talk in important story moments, okay? Because, oh my god, I'm going to a little bit of rant here, okay? Silent protagonists can work in a story where the main character isn't the focus. There's tons of instances where a silent protagonist works because you're just an observer of events. You, the player, are not important to the story. Okay? But when you start to make the story revolve around the character, having a silent protagonist is fucking weird. And that's something that I always thought was strange in Dead Space, that your character didn't talk, because the story of Dead Space is so fucking personal to Isaac, and it's so tied up with, like, him, that it's really weird that he doesn't talk. Like, it's not I'm gonna save the world, or I'm just here to see what's doing. He is here to save his fucking girlfriend. Obviously, it doesn't work out, but it's a very personal story. It's a very personal motivation. So, it was always fucking weird to me that he didn't talk in the first game, because, like, it's like, dude, you're seeing your fucking girlfriend. Slit her throat. Say something. And like I said, it can work if it's a story that doesn't take into account the player. If you're just a passive observer. Like, okay, here we go. If you've played Silent Hill 2, imagine how fucking weird it would be if James didn't talk. I am playing through Stray as we speak. Yeah, it's a great game. Has exceeded my expectations. It's a Game of the Year candidate. It's really fucking good. Like, I fully expected the cat to be a good part of it, and it to be a good cat. I did not expect the storytelling in the world to be so on point. It might be the best it might be the best interpretation of Cyberpunk I've ever seen. Dude, in the graphics? A fucking indie studio made those graphics. That's insane to me.
We'll burn this fucking place to the ground.
Yeah, I've seen them. I haven't got to play them. I'm excited for Stalker 2. Oh yeah, by the way, dude, I had some spare money, and they got the Yakuza games on sale, so I now own pretty much all of the Yakuza games. But I got the Yakuza Remaster Collection that had 3, 4, and 5. I got Yakuza 7, and I got Judgment, the next-gen version of Judgment. So, I now pretty much own the whole series. Not counting the Japanese spin-offs that I can't get without importing the Ishin games. I'm talking about the ones I could buy, I have, pretty much. The only one I don't have now is Lost Judgment. I have all the actual mainline Yakuza games. I have not played Judgment. I played a little bit of it. I'm trying to play through the series in order. Starting with Kiwami. Yeah, man. I mean, it's something I'm gonna be playing for months. I'm not gonna, like, try and... Like, if I try to rush through the whole series and get, like, through all of them back to back to back, I'm gonna be so worn out, dude. Like, just one of those games is long as shit. It's gonna be something I play over a great deal of time. Each one of those is potentially, like, 60 hours, dude. And I have, like, 10 of them. Like I said, I very much expect it to be something I'm playing, maybe even till like next year, dude. Like I'm gonna take my time with each of the games. I'm not gonna rush through them, and I'm not gonna try to cram through them back to back to back.
Destroy it all!
Yeah, no, exactly. That's exactly. Shit.
Getting there. Tear it all down.
Okay. 7 is supposed to be like the biggest one yet, dude. 7 is supposed to be fucking large. I also like how, like, no matter what Yakuza game you're playing, you're basically getting, like, free bonus games. They have, like, full bonus games you can get in them. Yakuza 7 is supposed to have, like, 20.
On my way.
Yeah.
Burning shit with a flamethrower? Felt familiar.
I have trouble saying a lot of the names. The Kamurocho, Suddenbori, Inchinji. I forget the name of the 7, but I know what you're talking about. Like I said, I'm gonna start with Yakuza Kiwami. I know chronologically 0 takes place before Kiwami, but I want to play the games the way order they were originally meant to be played, not chronologically. And also because everyone says Yakuza 0 is so fucking good, and Kiwami's a huge step downwards. Even though they tried to make it, you know, better than the original. They tried to upgrade it. People are still like, no, it's nowhere near as good as Yakuza 0. So I'm probably going to play Yakuza Kiwami, then 0, then 2, then 3, 4, 5, but yada yada in order.
Oh yeah, shit. You really can hold your own.
I don't want to say I told you so, but...
Look, we should move. That was a hell of a light show, and they're going to see the smoke.
We work well together.
See, listen, if you are good with Lita, you're good with me. Gracias, Danny. Meet you back at camp.
I really love the horse riding in this game. Yeah, exactly. But like I said, if I go 0 to 1, I'm gonna be disappointed. If I go 1 to 0, I'm gonna be happy. It's going up in quality.
I hope you can see the smoke from where you are.
You struck a blow against Castillo today. I hope Julio wasn't too rough on you.
He's hurting, but okay. I think Lita would be smiling right now.
Danny, there's someone I want you to meet. His name is Benito. He's a local fisherman. Which
Yeah.
means boats for Libertad. He lives on the east side of Casas Cove.
Always got time to make new friends.
You're building bridges for me, Danny. It's your gift. We need Benito. Talk to him.
No, I thought about that, and I'm probably gonna, I'm probably just gonna, do 1, then do 0, then do 2, and 3 and 4 and 5, because, Yakuza 1 was made with the 0 engine. 0 was made with the 5 engine, and then Kiwami 2 is made with the Yakuza 6 engine, the actual Dragon engine. So if I was to do 2, 3, 4, 5, and then go back and play 0, it would be going from the most modern engine back in engine, and I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna do Kiwami 1. You're playing the new ones. I kind of see what you mean, but at the same time, that would also require me to skip Kiwami 2. Either way, I'll decide that when I get to it. Right now, I'm just doing Kiwami. Yeah. I've heard a lot of people shitting on 3. I have heard that. You're not the first person I've heard say 3 is kind of a slump. Yeah. Although 5 gets kind of ridiculous, dude. 5 different main characters in 5 different cities. Jesus Christ. That just sounds insane to me. Yeah, even that just sounds insane to me, dude. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I think 5 might be one of the longest ones in the whole series. I've heard people said 5 is really long. I mean, it's 5 fucking cities, so it kind of makes sense that it would be really long. They literally said they wanted it to be long, too. They said they wanted to make it the San Andreas of the Yakuza series by making it by far the biggest up to that point. Fuck. Yeah, hold on. I'm just gonna... Where do they want me to go? I can see that, man. Did they? Well, it really just depends on how long it is and if the length is justified. Because shit, that was my. If it's super long but it's not padded, then I'm okay with that. You can have a game that's super long and it'd be good, and then you have a game that's short and have padding. I mean, if the game is super long and it's like good content all the way through, then I have no problem with it. It's like Red Dead 2. People try to bitch about that game's main story being so long. And yet, I loved every fucking minute of it. It's like 75 hours. There's not like a single bad mission in Red Dead 2. I mean, seriously, I kept waiting. I'm like, there's gonna be a mission where I'm not having fun, right? Usually in every Rockstar game, there's always that one shitty mission. Yeah. Well, I can imagine that with there being 5 different characters, it might get a little bit difficult to keep track of everything that's going on.
Go! Don't worry. I'm a friend.
Slower.
Ah, I can see that. Hold on one second, I'm gonna check something. Alright, 1 second, dude. I'm gonna end the stream and I'll be right back.